Hey guys, I'm back. It's Colin here. I'm filling in for Chris this week on our weekly wrap up. Chris has had a busy week. He may send something out, but here I am. So let's do this. We'll try and make it quick. We'll do a quick wrap up, and then we are going to go through some playoff scenarios real quick. But first, we have to thank our sponsors. We're brought to you today by Boeing. Boeing is the world's largest aerospace company and leading manufacturer of commercial jetliners, defense, space, and security systems, and service provider of aftermarket supports. Now that we have that out of the way, let's dive right in. Okay, so this week, out of our 5 matchups, we didn't have too many close matchups. So the first matchup was actually, score-wise, the closest matchup between the Mango Dirt Dogs, myself, and the Junior Melonheads. This was the biggest upset of the week, as the Melonheads have been garbage all year. But really, starting from Thursday, the Melonheads kind of had control of this one, even though it was a 9-point game. But Amari Cooper led the way.
Prescott's going to throw. Left side. It's caught. First down and more. Amari Cooper's going to go. Inside the 15, inside the 10, inside the 5. Touchdown, Dallas Cowboys. Amari.
So there was a couple Amari Cooper touchdowns that led the way for him. So the Junior Melonheads get the win, but they are, unfortunately, out of it. Jump into the next matchup. We had Pocket versus Mr. Rogers' Neighbors. As expected, Brian Geary and his neighbors held on for the win, 127.8 to 93.6. He was led by Zach Ertz with 18 points out of the tight end position, Saquon Barkley with 29 points, and Julian Edelman, probably a bit of a steal in that trade that he got this year with about 14 points. So he's in position to win his division and get a first-round bye. Next matchup, we had the Free Roismans against Lieutenant Dan's Legs, a very key matchup in that division as both those teams are battling for the 1 seed. Dan's Legs rolled over them. The difference in the game, well, Leonard Fournette had 24 points before getting kicked out and now suspended for 1 game. And then Nick Chubb had a little bit of a day on the field.
And he's going to go to Chubb. And did he got? Yes, he did! Yes, he did! Chubb!
Those of you who hadn't seen it, that was that one-handed grab that Chubb had in the end zone that almost got called back. But Chubb, Fournette, those guys were the difference makers there. Next matchup, Kingbred Killers versus Irish Phlegm. Now, this was the highest point total by one team in a week in league history with 185 points from the Kingbred Killers. Now, side note, we haven't done any PPR in the past, so that certainly helps there. But huge game led by Christian McCaffrey with 41 points, Juju Smith-Schuster, 31 points. Fun fact about Christian McCaffrey, his birthday is on June 7th, just like me. He was born in 96. He's 6 years younger than me. Kind of scary to think about what I was doing 6 years ago. I certainly wasn't scoring 41 points in anybody's fantasy football league. And then lastly, we have Mark Von Shank, quarter mile at a time against More Gore, Frankie Java's boys. More Gore hung on for a 10-point win, led by Tariq Cohen. Was a big matchup there. We had both Chicago running backs in this one. Tariq Cohen against Jordan Howard. Tariq Cohen with 15 points. Jordan Howard with 2 points for Mark. He might have wanted to put Kenyon Drake in, and he would have won. But Mark stays alive. Frank is technically alive. Which leads us into the next and final segment. We'll run through playoff scenarios here real quick. And then we'll I got to go to work. I should already be working. But whatever. We have a 3-team race for the number 1 overall seed in the, so those are the 3 teams in one division right now. We have 8-4 squads, Lieutenant Dan's Legs, Mango Dirt Dogs, and the Nate Palmer's Free Roismans. Each team is 8-4. Now,